This forecast update effective around 1:30 Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, September 4th, 2013. Going to start you off in the Gulf of Mexico. We know we've been paying a lot of attention to this region versus the system over in the Eastern Caribbean, but we now have a well-defined area of low pressure moving west-northwest across the tip of the Yucatan Peninsula. We're going to be monitoring this to see when it makes its way into the Gulf of Mexico. We were leaning pretty hard and thought we were going to get some type of tropical development, but as the front dropped down into the southeast yesterday, it kind of put a hamper on the convection yesterday. Now, when we look at the latest wind shear analysis today, we can see that the wind shear has increased into the 20 to 30 knot range over here in the Bay of Campeche, and then also over here in the across the western tip of Cuba. So this would likely make any type of development slow to occur. But we're going to continue to monitor that as the next couple of days progress. Switching you over now to what is 97L Invest and what everybody's been talking about. Here's the actual system right here. As you can see, it's got a nice little round circulation to it, and it's had for the last 24 hours. This system that's to the east of it is actually a tropical wave. Now, it is likely that these two features are going to combine in about the next 48 to 72 hours as it moves off towards the northwest and gets in here closer to the Bahamas. It's got a tough road ahead. As you guys know, any of you that follow our forecast, at any time we get a system that tries to crawl up underneath here under the underbelly of Puerto Rico or Hispaniola, they'll typically have a hard time because of the high mountainous terrain of Puerto Rico and Hispaniola. Taking a look at the wind shear analysis for this region, and as you can see, the next big challenge that it's going to have is wind shear. Wind shear north of Hispaniola and Puerto Rico and above that tropical wave is running in the 30 to 50 knot range in here. So there's a really tough environment, and one of the reasons why the National Hurricane Center is only giving it a 60% chance of development over the next 5 days. And one of the reasons why that tropical wave is firing up and looks so nice versus 97L Invest is because wind shear has been dropping in here about 10 knots. It's still relatively high, but these are the challenges that this system is going to have. Looking at the latest hurricane track forecast model runs, we see that they want to move this system across the island of Hispaniola and then turn this system towards the north and then off towards the northwest. Now, the European model yesterday was suggesting that this system was going to come together on the north side of Hispaniola, move in here towards the central Bahamas and develop into a tropical storm, and then move north and begin within about 500 miles of the Outer Banks. So guys, there's still plenty of time to watch this. As far as surf is concerned from this particular system for the guys along the southeast U.S. coast, looks like surf is going to be minimal at best as this storm tries to develop. It's going to be what happens with a high pressure system that moves off the northeast U.S. combined with this low pressure developing in here that's going to set up a nice northeast fetch all the way in here from the northwest Atlantic down in here to Florida. It's unclear at the moment exactly how it's going to set up. We saw it for the first time yesterday in the GFS run, and the GFS is basically showing the same thing today, but it's only the second time we've saw it. So we're going to wait till we see the next overnight model runs, and we're going to be updating on this again, probably either later on tonight or first thing tomorrow. So be sure to stay tuned for the next update. Thanks for listening in.